Hey, what is up internet? This is Kyle with Slapshot Toys doing another Marvel Legends action figure review. Tonight we're going to be taking a look at the X-Men Wave Old Man Logan Wolverine. And here's the Old Man Logan Wolverine out of the packaging, and this is one really cool figure. I gotta be honest, I'm really not the biggest Marvel Legends fan, but recently I've gotten a couple of them here and there, and they're really starting to win me over, and this guy definitely is pushing me more towards liking that line of figures. I was able to find this just kind of randomly. I went on a little toy hunt this morning, went to a couple Myers and Walmarts in my area, and I found this Walgreens I actually didn't even know was there, but I was like, I figured go in, take a look, see if they had any pops or anything I was missing in my collection. So I walked in, and lo and behold, this guy was the first thing sitting on the shelf. So I immediately just grabbed it, went up to the register, and bought him. And I'm sure glad I did. The articulation's great. The design and sculpt work is fantastic. He did not come with any accessories at all, not even a Build-A-Figure piece. So that's a little bit disappointing, but let's go ahead and take a look at the sculpting on the figure. This thing is designed and sculpted really, really well. I absolutely love this head sculpt that we have. We get the really nice kind of old wrinkled Logan look from the comic book. And I mean, just the expression kind of gives the old man, hey kids, get off my lawn kind of look. And I really like that. They got some wonderful detail there and the wrinkles around the mouth. Really, especially this one, I felt the eyes really looked really good. Get the wrinkles on the forehead, that looks fantastic. Get the kind of little bit shorter haircut here on Old Man Logan from the comic with all the gray, that looks really good. Get the iconic sideburns, those look really cool. Not a whole lot of color variation here in the hair, just the standard kind of gray you get throughout, but still pretty cool. Eyebrows look really good, ears look really good. And for the most part, this one's actually pretty clean. I know Marvel Legends sometimes has like little imperfections in the paint apps and things like that. But going down here, one of my favorite details that they've given us is actually this jacket. So what we get here is this sculpted plastic undershirt with the abdomen and everything all sculpted in there. That looks really nice. But the thing that I love is this jacket. So this is actually like a really nice soft rubber. So it kind of gives it that little leather look. And honestly, when you're kind of messing around doing some different poses and things like that, it kind of flows a little bit better with the figure. And I think that's just an absolutely awesome design choice for this figure. But then the nice thing is, so instead of doing the rubber all the way down, they just kind of make it a little vest, and then we get this nice normal sculpted plastic here for the arms, but you still get the full range of motion here, so that looks really, really good. Love all the detail, like the little two tones on the dark brown and the light brown. It really gives it that nice clean leather look. The zipper sculpted out. Everything here on the arms, all the wrinkles and creases from the jacket, that looks really good. Cuff even has like the little sculpted line work there. That looks really good. Undershirt, not a whole lot going on, just a red undershirt, get the collar and some buttons right there. Those are all just the red, so no color variation there. All the muscles and everything are all sculpted out really nice. Really like this collar here. Once again, it's just that nice soft rubber material. Going over here to the back, not a whole lot going on, but I just do like the brown different colors we get. Makes it really look like a worn leather jacket. Coming down here to the hands, they're sculpted pretty well. I really like the flesh tone that they used. The only thing I am having a little bit of trouble with is these claws. So basically with the claws, they just keep wanting to kind of bunch together. So every time I try to pose it and take a picture, I gotta kind of separate them out like that. I don't really know how to fix that permanently, because as you can see, it's already starting to, the middle one's starting to go over there to the right just a little bit. But other than that, the claws seem like they're in the actual hands pretty well, and nothing seems loose. It just seems like they're kind of warped to the one side. Coming down here to the legs, this looks really cool. This belt buckle actually has a ton of detail there. Really like that gold paint that they used. The belt looks really good as well. Even get like the actual kind of stitching work there on the edges of the belt. Even get the little belt holes all sculpted out. That looks really good. Going down further the pants, just kind of a straight kind of darker khaki pant. Get some kind of stitching work here along the sides. Same with like the zipper and everything, just a little bit of detail there, not a whole lot going on the pants. And then going down to the boots, we do get a little bit of line work here on the top of the cowboy boots. That looks pretty cool, a little bit like kind of a little ornate pattern right there. And we do get the stitching for the sole, and then looking down here at the bottom, nothing but the trademark information. Taking a closer look at the articulation on this figure, it's very well articulated. So we do get, as far as the head, we do get rotation side to side. He can look up quite a bit. Now the only thing is you do get get a kind of a weird little gap right there the further he does look up, and then he actually can look down quite a bit, so actually touch his chin to his chest, so that's really good range of motion there. As far as the arms, they do go all the way out to about 90 degrees to his body, so that works really well. There is a cut here at the biceps, so the biceps do rotate. He has a double jointed elbow that gives you a fairly good range of motion there. It does look a little bit kind of weird with the gaps, but nothing too major there, especially if you're going to keep him kind of like with the elbows pointing away from looking at him. And then as far as the wrists, they do rotate and they do hinge up and down. Now, as far as the body itself, he does have an ab crunch, and he actually has a fairly good range of motion there. So going forward, and then you can't really go back any, just a real little bit, as you can see there. There is rotation at the waist. Now, as far as the legs, he can almost do the splits, so good range of motion there. There is a cut here in the thigh, so that does rotate. He is double jointed at the knees, so once again, you get actually really good movement there. Now, as far as the feet themselves, they do rotate and kind of have that ankle pivot rocker. There is just a little bit of a true ankle pivot, and then they do hinge up and down. So that is going to do it for my review of the Marvel Legends Old Man Logan Wolverine action figure. Like I said at the beginning, I'm not the biggest collector of Marvel Legends, but these figures, especially this one, is starting to change my mind just a little bit. I think that they do a fantastic job with the sculpting and just representation of the comic book Marvel characters. Especially this one, I think they did a fantastic job with the sculpting and just the materials and everything that really gives it the Old Man Logan look. And this was one figure when it was announced that, even though I'm not a big Marvel Legends fan, I really wanted to seek out, and I'm super ecstatic that I just happened to walk into a Walgreens and they just happened to have it there. So that was absolutely awesome. But if you guys are able to find this figure, definitely pick it up. It's definitely one you want to have for your collection. If you're a Wolverine fan, if you're an Old Man Logan fan, even if you're just a fan of the Logan movie that just came out, this is a really cool figure to have. The sculpting is almost perfect. The articulation is really good. The design choices with some of the materials and things I really like. And this honestly may be a figure that gets me into Marvel Legends a little bit more and kind of a little bit less on Diamond Select. But I don't know, we'll see as it goes on. I collect so many things, especially like more of the high-end stuff like Hot Toys and that. I really don't need to add anything else. But this is just a really cool figure. Really glad I was able to get it. And once again, that is going to do it for me tonight. I want to thank you guys so much for checking out these videos. It really does mean a lot to me. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And that's going to do it for me. And I'll catch you guys later. See ya.